Good morning, everybody. This is Everyday Shenanigans, and thanks for joining me. I usually don't go live this late in the morning, but I had a lot on my mind pertaining to Summer Wells, and I was like, I'll think about everything I want to say first, and then I'll go live once I gather my thoughts um, to bring to you all the said information. And as you know, this is a commentary channel. Um, there's been so much hype and rhetoric. Hello, Night Owl. Hi. How you doing? There's been so much rhetoric pertaining to the disappearance of Summer Wells, and I'm going to just throw out everything that I've come across, and I'm going to just clear the air and just be done with it so I can just get some rest because I'm up right now because I'm up. That's just the bottom line. Thank you. Hello, Flouncy. How are you, dear? Hello, Diamond Dozen. Thank you. I'm going to start off by saying, I know I know of someone who has a little inside track of what's going on in Rogersville. Um, they have people working there pertaining to Summer Wells, and I'll bring that last before I jump off, but because I don't want it to interrupt with my title. I don't even know where to start. Um, I brought you commentary yesterday pertaining to the boys because I feel like the boys are the key to this case. I feel like the boys were there allegedly because all I have to go on is what the parents said, what Candus has said, that the children were there. So I feel like the children know something. They saw something. They are a witness to something. And what is that exactly? Were they there when Summer came home? Did she even come home? Did she even make it home? That's a vital question. And we don't know anything because law enforcement is not going to tell us everything. And if they have an ace, naturally they can't show their hand. As to not have suspects know that they're onto them. My understanding is that there was a bolo released a day after she went missing, and it was for an Xterra. And I do believe the person that I talked to was saying, if I'm not mistaken, because I will retract it if it's not what was said to me accurately. It was an Xterra. Now, I can't remember if the person said it was a red one or just an Xterra in general. What I found interesting is that there's an Xterra sitting on their property. And I'm looking at it, it's yellow. Like I said, there's different opinions about the tub, tote, car, the background. But if you blow that picture up, or blow the picture down rather, you'll see the background has trees in it. It looks like also there's a blue garbage can or a blue container or something in that picture. So one would have to ask themselves, where was that picture taken? And that's something that's puzzling me. Where was that picture taken? Was it on the highway, on the road? What? My sources tell me the baby's been dumped from leaving H's house to going home. And I'll get to that at the end of the video because I want to save that for last. Why are you crying now, Candus Bly? I sit back sometimes. Anybody that knows me know I'm a critical thinker. I'm a worrier. I'm a critical thinker. I don't think like normal people. I see things that people don't see. I hear things that people don't see. And I've had a lot of people tell me that in my lifetime. How did you know that? How did you feel that? How did you see that? I don't know. I had an auntie tell me that during a winter storm once. You have the gift of discernment. You can see things. You can feel things. You know things. You've been knowing things since you were a kid. Haven't you felt that way? And I told her, yes. And I've told you all that story about the pretty red-headed girl in school that I attended high school with. I had a dream about her over the summer break. And I dreamt her hair was cut short in a bob. Didn't even know what a bob was at that time. I just knew it was shorter. First day of school, I walk into the lobby. We're all crowded in the lobby before class starts. And on the other side of the room, I see her dark auburn hair, curly, short, cropped, hair cut off. Call it what you want. There's something wrong here with these people. They are complicit. We don't have to shuck and jive anymore. You don't want to think bad of people. You don't want to initially think bad of somebody who says their child is missing, but there's something wrong here. I watched Duty Ron a few hours ago. Please go to his channel and check out the video pertaining to the analyst he has that conducts the lie detector test. Very informative information. I was listening to that, while I was showering not too long ago, and I was thinking to myself, the truth needs no explanation. Basically, he says it. He thinks they are lying about what happened June 15th. Question came up in his chat, and it was directed toward his guest. He feels the same. You see, when you care about somebody, you show that you care. It's common sense. It's common sense. You show you care. You show that you care. Nobody has to say anything. Nobody has to question you. You don't have to prove anything. And that's what's going on in this case. Donald Wells is proving himself through social media. And you see, that's a red flag. Why do you need to talk on Facebook? There's no point. You believe what you believe. You have nothing to prove. And like Duty Ron said, your child is missing. Why are you wasting your time posting and bickering with people when your child is missing? It's common sense. You shouldn't even have that kind of time. You're downing everybody and bashing everybody that's come to help your child, help find your child. Equisearch, Mr. Raider coming here, he and his team, other teams, the Churchill team, and yet you would bash them. You see, that's deflection. That should show you something is wrong. These people are guilty. That's why Candus has been crying the past 2 vigils. It's eating her up, or she's crying for her salvation, her livelihood. Take it as you like. And as I told you in my previous commentary, there's a difference and a variance of a psychopath, you understand what I'm saying, and antisocial behavior. And I posted a video of that said commentary. Because in the end, we don't know these people, but they're exhibiting sick behavior. Yes, he knows the baby's not coming back, indeed. Exactly. That's why he keeps saying these things. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, sweetheart. He knows this. She knows this. That's why she's crying for myself. These people are on to me. They're talking every day on this damn YouTube and Facebook. They know, they can see my thoughts. And I was thinking about that. What are they thinking when they go to bed at night? What are they thinking when they're walking around? What are they thinking? Are they saying, damn, they're onto us? They know we did this. They know. These damn people know they don't know us, but they know we harmed our kid, knocked off our kid, buried our kid. They know. I don't know. I don't know if she's afraid of him, because as I stated in my commentary, she walked that ride in the beginning. There was always signs that Donald was not above board. She rode the ride. That was on her. You see, as I tell you, we have to stand account for the things that we do. We have to stand account for the things we say. We have to stand account for the ways we treat people. So my thing is, in the beginning, Donald is who he is. He's a narcissist. So he showed who he was. I know day one, Candy rode the ride. She laid down with him. She had sex with him. She made babies with him. She married him. And now she has a missing child. And now she has nothing. Her boys are gone. It is told to me that it'll be a year before she can even think about getting her kids back, to see her kids. They're done. They are lonely. They are empty because they were empty in the beginning. They chose to get rid of Summer Wells. We've got all these content, videos, this and that. Videos of Miss Robin saying that She didn't talk much. I listened to that a few hours ago. But yet, Candy said the same thing. She's the boss of the family, or the father said it, excuse me. And then Miss Robin said the same thing. She'll let you know. But then that's kind of contradictory because it's like, how can you be the boss of something but you don't talk? It's weird to me. It's a weird statement. So I have to kind of weigh that in my head. Usually bossy people talk. They're talkative. When did you ever know a bossy person to be quiet? I'm just saying. Make it make sense. Jennifer, you okay? Thinking that what we know that now that Summer stuff to the Delta parents is more suspicious. Summer and pictures covering private. I know. I try not to dwell on that, Jennifer, because I don't like going down that road of that situation. I have to have a receipt before I venture into that type of situation as far as child molestation with the parents. That's something I will not root for. Bring me a receipt, because I don't stay on social media to watch photographs and pictures of Summer Wells, because I tell you all that I'm not into that being on Facebook all day. I don't do the Facebook thing every day, because as you see, you don't know what you're listening to, you don't know what you're hearing, you don't know what you're saying. You're seeing photographs where you think there's a car in the background, this and that. You don't know what to think. Because as I state, you're in the belly of the beast is to be expected. Nothing good can come from being in the belly of the beast. One thing begets another. I think most of you know this. You know, some of you out here, you're probably troubled. Your spirit is troubled. You're an empty vessel. You're floating around with no direction. You're possibly a sociopath. And you're listening to me, nodding your head saying, yeah, they're demons. Hell, you probably one too. Yeah, I'll keep it real. Because who's going to admit that they're fucking crazy? Nobody. Nobody. But I'm watching her cry in this video tonight, a few hours ago. She's crying that prayer vigil, this latest prayer vigil a couple days ago. What is she crying for? Candy, talk to me. What are you crying for? You're crying because you know you effed up. You messed up. You stole a life. It wasn't your life to steal. Because you're empty. And you met another empty MF. And that's why you two were evenly yoked. You were evenly yoked in madness, confusion, mayhem, devilment, belly of the beast. And now you can't crawl your way out. Because there is no way out. You never cried for your baby day one. You never cried in any interview that you gave to the news. You only cried when Chris came along and interviewed you at the swimming hole, quarry, whatever you want to call it. Then you teared up at the first vigil, prayer vigil a week ago, and then you teared up at this vigil this week. And one would have to ask themselves, why now are you crying? You see, I understand about death. In the beginning, you may not cry when your loved one passes away. People may question, why are you crying? Why are you not crying? Why are you not crying? Well, maybe it wasn't my time to cry. We know that men don't usually cry when people pass away or somebody is sick, because usually they're taught as children not to show emotion. Doesn't mean he's not maybe emotional. He just doesn't cry. He doesn't vent. Okay? I can say personally, I didn't cry first. My mother passed. I think I cried at the funeral, but I didn't cry every day. You understand what I'm saying? It wasn't until I got back to Tennessee to where the floodgates came. So you see, everybody mourns different. So we have to ask ourselves, is she in mourning? Does she know her child is deceased? Is she complicit, she and Don, to the disappearance of their child? Did they get the child gone? Because we have to ask ourselves, why cry now? Don doesn't cry. Did you find that interesting? He just vents and fusses and fusses and fusses. He makes the show about him, not Summer Wells. And see, that's a sign as well that something is funky. Something is real funky. When you talk excessively about yourself and what they are doing to me, they don't like me. They talk about me. They are mad at me. Well, Don Wells, the story isn't about you. The story isn't about Candus Blythe. The story isn't about your friend Allie or Boy H. The story is about Summer Wells. But because you all have had such an ugly lifestyle, a torrid past, then Pandora's box opened. And then things came out about you, your children, your relatives, your past history, with the run-ins with the law, so forth and so on. I noticed that too. As I told you all, a photograph of him that's on the YT. He looks frail and thin. He looks sick, like a drug addict. But now he's healthier, bigger, got more stomach. What happened, Don? Were you on drugs when that photo was taken of you, Candy, and Summer? Because you look sick. You look very sick. Pictures of her, well, she looks sickly. Summer Wells. And then there's a picture of her with the red shirt, red dress on. She looks healthy, full face. Yes, it's very selfish. Very selfish indeed. We don't know these people. And I understand that there are people who are going to support people because they know them. And then there are going to be people that's going to support you that don't know you. You have good, as he says, Christian folks that want to believe in you. But I always say, believe in what exactly? What are you believing in? You don't know them. They don't know you. Just like they don't know your sins. They don't know your secrets. They don't know the lies you've told. They don't know that you fornicated. You cheated on your spouse. You cheated in school. You lied. You stole. They don't know. And who's going to tell? Because you don't know people. We've all done horrible things and we would not want people to know that we've done. That's the point. We are flawed. We're all flawed. But when you're talking about conspiring to kill a child, it's a whole different level. Stealing socks or jewelry out of Walmart, it's not the same as conspiring to kill a baby. It's a whole different level. Now, in God's eye, sin is sin, but I'm not God. I'm of the flesh, and I judge. That's the whole point. I don't know. That's the whole point of this video. Candus showing emotion now, 6 weeks in, 7 weeks now, but 6 weeks was last week. So she showed emotion at the vigil, prayer vigil, and her interview with Mr. Don. So 5 to 6 weeks she shows emotion. We're now into 7 weeks. Why now? Don doesn't cry. He just vents and complains about people not liking him. You see, he's a sociopath, narcissist to me. And that's what narcissists do. They talk about themselves excessively, however you pronounce the word. I'm not in grammar school. I don't care tonight. I've known many people like this. Everything's about them. They don't feel anything. They're not worried about other people. They're not concerned with other people's business, their lives. I know people like this. I told somebody that once before, not too long ago. You don't feel anything. You're empty inside. You're not concerned with what's going on in the world. You don't care if somebody right now blew up a building 2 states over. First thing the person would say, it's not my concern. I don't know who's in the building. I don't know them. You see, my thing is, why do you need to know them to feel something? Why does it have to be your mother, your father, your child for you to feel something for the dead? We have a lot of people like that. I don't think she'll be able to keep it up either. Yes, I believe that is why she's crying. The gates are closing. Her foot is in the trap. And I think we all know, close to being caught. You weep, you're worried, sweating, defying mess. What are they thinking when they sleep at night? Are they even sleeping in the same bed? Are they holding each other, hugging each other? Are they whispering? Because you know people do pillow talk when they've done wrong. You think they know, Candus? You think they know the truth? You think they know what we did? You think they know what we said? Why would their phone records be deleted at 3:30 p.m. that day? Strange. Don't you find that strange? And that's around the same time that he said he called her. He said that in the Chris interview. I caught that before I dozed off into La La Land. Because Ellie does know something. They're just not telling us. I don't understand how you can walk around knowing you've murdered a child. If I'm to believe these people murdered a kid. How can you walk around? How can you walk around? How can you talk to other people, deal with other people, go to people's homes, get in their cars, talk to them? How in the world can you? Do they even have support now from the church? I wonder all that now. Is there support? Are there people still calling from church, wanting to talk to them, deal with them, pray for them? Or are there some people who've backed off and decided, I'm hearing too many things, I'm saying things I don't like, I'm going to go over here in the corner and just watch from afar. Because I don't like what I'm seeing. I don't like what I'm hearing. And you see, this is why I tell you all why you always listen first before you make a judgment. Just listen. You'll hear everything you need to hear. You'll see everything you need to see. Because what did I tell you? Everything you need to know is at the beginning of the story. And that is with the 911 call. You don't need Facebook, YouTube. You don't need anybody testifying about who somebody is, what they was doing, their dirty sins. The dispatch call told it all. Yes, planned, indeed. I do believe this was a planned death of Summer Wells. What is the motive? Possibly finances. I do believe it's possibly a life insurance policy. They need the money. They're broke. He's driving a $600 Subaru he can't afford. He's in a house that's on its way into the ground. They have nothing. They're living in squalor by choice, of course. Everything thrown about. Nobody's picking up anything. Nobody's cleaning. She's not teaching her kids any manners, how to take care of themselves, to be clean, value their body, their spirit. And yet you judge the world by saying they're talking about you. You chose this. I didn't tell you to go move out there to Rogersville. I didn't tell you to live in that dilapidated house. I didn't tell you to go to that car dealer and sign a $600 damn car note you can't afford. I didn't tell you to let your children walk around unkempt, not clean, taking photos with the dirty, posting pictures of babies with rifles. Who told you to do that? You did that on your own. Yes, 911 call. It's been out. Yes, they eventually will turn. Somebody will turn. Somebody will get tired. Because that's the thing about lying. It takes a lot to hold a lie, especially when you know somebody's on to you. And I watched Duty Ron, and I watched his panel guest, and he said, there's things you do when you lie. Certain attributes you do when you lie. You're taking the polygraph. And they both believe they are deceptive. They're liars. And as Duty Ron says, they're lying about June 15th. Yeah, that's all that matters. Because in your mind, you're sitting there saying, well, exactly what is it that they're lying about? Doesn't matter. If you lie about one little small thing, the first thing you have to ask yourself is, why are you lying about that little thing? So if you're lying about that one little thing, what else are you lying about? Common sense. You have no reason to lie if you're telling the truth. Amen. Her appearance is horrible to me. She resembles a guy to me. I'm going to say that. There's nothing feminine about Candus. Why? What is the problem? You're walking around with these big clothes on, t-shirts and boy shorts, athletic shorts. Why? You're a lady. Why are you not dressing like a lady? I don't understand. Well, that's what I said. Dressing like a guy, or acting like a guy, your speech is slow, possibly that's how you talk. There's something off with you. There's something wrong with you. Something's very wrong. Because you're lying, you and Donald. I'm to the point where I believe they're both complicit. A lot of people have said in the beginning, and even recently, they believe Don is not involved. He doesn't know anything. He seems genuine. But when you read his Facebook posts tell you different than what you're assuming. You see, an innocent person has nothing to prove. An innocent person has no reason to keep talking on and bickering with random people. Why are you bickering with people on Facebook? Your child is missing. You should be out here searching. That's what Duty Ron said. Why aren't you searching? You got this kind of time to be on Facebook, but you won't go out here and search for your kid. You won't go search for your kid. You won't thank the people who came to search for your kid. Now you're throwing everybody under the bus to search for your kid, and you think that's appropriate behavior for somebody who is allegedly concerned about their child? Yes, they're both sensitive. There's no way you care about your damn kid because you're showing us you don't care. You've made this the Don and Candy show, not Summer Wells is missing. It's all about you all. What you're doing, what you feel, what they doing to me. They said this, blah, blah, blah. Who gives a damn? Whether you a sinner, fornicator, man, squash all that. Focus on finding your kid. You've already made it known. You worry about the resurrection and this and that. And one can say, well, he's biblical, he's a Christian, he's thinking about what happens in the afterlife, blah, blah, blah. But then the flip side could be, well, he knows she's dead, so he just assumes he's going to see her when he goes to heaven, allegedly. First of all, you don't know if God going to let you in. Shut up, Queen. He ain't signed no contract with you. He ain't told you. You coming up at him. And if you murdered that baby, that's a whole nother ball game between you and God, and he ain't letting you in the pearly gates. But Jesus forgave a murder on the cross. Yes, he did. So who's to say that if they killed that kid in the afterlife, God will show them favor and let him into heaven? See, that's how good God is. He'll let a murderer come into heaven if he or she repents. See, only God could do that, because man would not be that favorable. We've bickered back and forth about what is a tote, what is a car. The picture's been blowed up, cut down. I believe it's a tote. Once I saw it in the element, it looks like there's something blue in the background, like a tub or another garbage can or something. But what I want to know is, where was that picture taken? Was it taken at the house or en route somewhere? I'm curious to that. And naturally, people talk. People have been talking in the area to my source. And I was sent a picture today. And I didn't want to say this in the live, but I want to just go on and do it and be done with it. Because in the end, everything's about speculation. We don't know what's the truth because we're not investigators. We're not law enforcement. We're not TBI. So we're just going by what these crazy people are saying and not saying. I got sent a picture today of an oil shop. It's a place where you get your oil change. In the said photograph, there's a blue dumpster, and it's surrounded by like a cubby hole, I don't know how to say it, concrete cubby hole. But behind that brick cubby hole is an orange dumpster, oh God, I don't know how to explain it. Like something you put stuff in. So the first thing I said was, well, They couldn't put her in that. There's no way they could put her in that because it's too tall. It's too high. Very, very high. The point where I'm going with this is that this said photograph that was sent to me is allegedly a tip that was given to law enforcement on where possibly Summer Wells was discarded. What I have to ask myself is how in the world did they get her into this metal bin, trash? I don't even know what the hell to call it. It's a construction dumpster, something I can think of. It's not really red to me, it looks orange to me. But I sent the picture to the person, I told him this is not the same thing that everybody's talking about on social media. It's totally different. This thing you sent me is way big. I mean, this thing is huge. There's no cameras on the building, which I think is crazy. How do you have a business with no cameras? But the sick thing is, plastic storage box. It's not plastic. I don't think it's plastic. It looks metal. It's metal to me. Could be plastic, but it looks metal. Right. I don't know, Jennifer. You're right, because he climbed up there. The point I'm trying to make is, this picture I have, somebody sent the tip in to law enforcement. That's what was told to me by the source. It said somebody sent in a tip. Perhaps this is where the child was discarded. The thing is, I'm trying to figure out how the hell would they get her in it, because it's tall. I can't tell you how tall it is, but you ain't gonna just be able to just throw a body in it. It's that tall. You'd have to have help. Now, I don't know if the top is open or what. This is strange information. But this person believes the information that was given to them. So I don't know. But as I told you, people talk in small towns. People watch things. People see things. You don't think people are watching. This is why I keep trying to tell you all about the South. If you don't live in the South, you'll never know what it's really like to live in the South. People watch everything you do. And you may not think people are looking at you and watching you. They are. They know when you came home. They know when you left. They know if your tire was low. They know everything. They don't ever have to tell you. They know when you went to the dollar store, to Walmart. Somebody saw you. Somebody saw what you put in the buggy. Somebody saw what color clothes you had on. That's how it is living here in the South. These folks watch every damn thing you do. That's why I don't tell people my business. For that very reason. I don't need a parakeet. If I want a fucking bird, I'll go buy me one. Excuse my language. But I don't need nobody repeating nothing back to me. What I said to you. But that's what I'm trying to make you all understand. No, it is a storage container. But it's like an orangey look. It's nothing like that tub we're seeing in that photograph. It's 12 times bigger than that damn tub. But the point of the story is somebody allegedly sent this tip in to law enforcement, and the person sent me the picture. And like I said, I sent him a picture of that tub to basically let him know this and that are not the same thing. That's a tub in that photograph. What you sent me is a whole damn house damn near. You can put a whole house in this thing. It sits behind a wall at a oil shop where you get your oil change. Oil change is what I'm trying to say. Very strange. Well, she could be anywhere. We don't know where she is. But guess what? If I don't want you found, I got to put you somewhere where I know you're not going to get found. And a storage container, which gets empty on Thursday, is perfect. Stay woke. And I had to think about Camille McKinney. That's where she was discarded, in a construction dump. And she stayed in that dump for about a week. Stinking, smelling. But nobody knew because the apartment complex was vacant and it was only construction workers on the site. Are you all following me? So what I have to ask myself, that construction dump had to be tall, perhaps. How did they put her body in there? You carried her in a trash bag. You put her in a trash bag. I got a feeling that construction dump that was down in Alabama way shorter than this big damn thing here that I'm looking at. This thing's tall. It's just sad. But as I state, trying to figure out why Candace Bly is now starting to cry and well up, water in her eyes. Candy, what did you do with her? What did you and Don Wells do with that baby? Why would you kill her? I just feel like that. You kill that baby. I want to know why. What did she do to you? She was too much work? Was she rambunctious? She had some type of developmental issues, too hard to handle, too much work. Robin says she didn't talk much. Where is Robin? Robin, where are you? Curious. Because I didn't see you in the few little video footage I saw of that prayer vigil this week. Now, were you there? You could have been. I don't know. Just curious. But I'm wondering. Where's Robin Lane? Is Robin still supporting the Wells? It's a good question. Because Robin's already gone to a YouTuber to compensate that there's discrepancies in Candace Bly's story of that day, something about a door being locked, unlocked. So now we have to ask ourselves, is Robin still supporting Candace Bly and her husband? Well, I don't know, really. I got a feeling if Candace Bly goes to prison, Don will be holding on to her coattail. Because he gonna go too. Because he won't stop talking. And you have to question anybody that talks continuously, but allegedly was not at the scene of the crime. It's very suspicious. And when you weigh it all out, and you listen at other people bring the content, such as myself, it's common sense that it doesn't sound plausible that somebody would go through the woods to snatch a child. You don't have that kind of time. And it's too much work. You want to get in and you want to get out. Oh, Rosemary says she's on vacation? Okay. I was curious. But anyway, why would you go through that much trouble to get a kid? It's high risk, it is. It's what's been said. It's high risk. It's not even worth trouble. I don't know. Well, they say she don't talk much. Do you really think the child would tell somebody her daddy's been touching her? You got to remember, a lot of children do not tell that people are touching them. They just don't do that. And sometimes they hold the secret till they're grown. Or sometimes they never tell. This is a baffling case. 7 weeks in. Approaching fall. Kids are about to go back to school. This baby is not getting ready to go to anybody's school, house, to be a child, enjoy life, meet with her friends in school. But somebody deemed her unworthy of life. I don't think preaching would do any good. I really don't. You see, this talking about God is a ruse. Don. I know people like him. They use the Bible as a crutch, spewing Bible verses. They don't care no more about God in the Bible than the man in the moon. Well, she could be. But I just think this case could end up in a worst case scenario such as Cal City. And I would hate to see this be another Cal City case of us sitting around month 2, month 4, month 6, month 7, and Candy, Miss Summer, still out there or what's left of her. Because then you have to always think about that. She's not going to be in the shape that she left, depending on where she has been discarded. We don't even know where she is. Now, if she's in water, such as like a whale, she'll be more whole than if she was just thrown out into the atmosphere. Yes, poor baby. See, that's the thing about life. Nobody asked to come here. You didn't ask to come here. You didn't ask to be in the household you grew up in. They chose you. You didn't choose them. And how cruel is that to come here and be born to misfits, drunks, drug addicts, people who don't have any empathy, sociopaths, psychopaths. All they care about is themselves. They're selfish, they're liars, they're thieves. They're just grimy as hell. It's not your fault. It's not anybody's fault. Yes, ACY indeed. Jacqueline Trezell can hold water. You got that right. This is a sad situation. Now everybody wants to come out, talk to cameras, give advice, telling people how they should feel, don't feel. You don't even know these people. How can you tell somebody what to think about somebody that you don't even know? It's not like you're vouching for your friend, your family member, your brother, sister. You're saying, I know my brother, I know my sister. They would never do this. They would never hurt a child. They would never. You're going in front of a camera vouching for a complete stranger. There's no way in hell I'm going to do that. And as I've said to people, if you want to talk to God about your salvation and not judging people, then do it on your own time. You don't got to go in front of the news. Just go talk to God and say, you know what, God, I think I made a mistake about judging these people. And that's between you and the maker. You ain't got to go in front of the damn news and then go stand in front of this lady, her husband, and say, oh, I made a mistake. I'm sorry. Will you forgive me? You don't know if they're involved or not. Jesus, what is wrong with you people? Crazy. It's crazy. Man, never seen such craziness in all my life. Yeah, it's Cal City all day. Yes, I'm glad the boys were removed too. The boys need to be out of there. I pray they never go back. You know, children will love the enemy because that's all they know. And I know some people will say, well, why would a child want to stay with an abusive parent? Well, it's because it's all he or she knows. See, that's the thing called unconditional love. I love you despite how you treat me. You talk to me any kind of way, you mistreat me, you don't feed me, you don't comb my hair. You got me walking around looking a damn mess. Don't bathe, you don't have me in a decent place to sleep. The house is not kept up well. But it's all they know. Then the flip side is there's one child, he's running out of there to get away from his parents' caretaker. Everybody's not the same. Everybody's not the same. I pray for these children, boy children, but they do not turn out like Candus and Donald Wells because they have their genes, and that's what you all need to think about. If we are to believe that this man has violated women and boys sexually, the boy children have the propensity to also carry the gene. It's something to think about. It's something to think about. Yes, it was horrible how they were living. And that's why I wanted to say to those people that were talking in front of the news, all of those gibberish, why don't you take your butt up there and sleep in Candus and Donald Wells' house? Matter of fact, take your children up there and sleep in there. And then come back and tell me about thou shalt not judge. Talk is cheap. Talk is cheap. It's nobody, no way it was fit for any body, child or adult, and nor was it fit for an animal. And I also heard commentary that he said the animals were gone, because I didn't finish watching that interview with Chris. But where the hell did the animals go? See, this is foolishness. You see, if you let people talk to you, they'll tell you anything. And that's what's going on here. Haven't you all figured it out? Donald is a smooth operator, so he thinks. He's that guy who will probably walk up to a female and tell her he's Superman. Don't you see my cape? And she says, no, I don't see it. Well, it's on. I can fly. Yeah. Because people like this. They tell you anything. And see, this is the thing about a liar. They'll keep saying it over and over till they make you believe it. You know you see that damn cape, lady. Stop playing. And then eventually you just go ahead and say, yeah, I believe you can fly. But the queen gonna tell you, I don't see no cape. Shut up, queen. All right, Randall, stop that now. Sad. Yes, street people. That's all they are. It doesn't matter if you're Mexican, you're black, you're white, you're Irish, Jewish, Italian. Street people come in all forms. You can be a millionaire and be a street person. You can be a street person in a suit, wearing Gucci slippers, carrying a Michael Kors handbag, Gucci watch, Rolex. It's in your disposition. It's how you talk, how you walk, how you act. See, that's what people don't understand. A lot of street people have money. Stay woke. A lot of street people are wealthy. I think we know that from seeing the nasty things that famous men have been doing to women by violating them and raping them, coercion, putting Mickeys in their drinks. You're a street person. It don't matter about who your mom and daddy is, if you're a Kennedy or you this or you that. You educated, you went to Harvard, you got a degree, you got 2 degrees, you're a doctor, you're a lawyer. Your mindset says you're a street person. That's all that matters. Yes. If you all want to hear other commentary this evening before I check out of here, I'll drop the link. If not, I'll check out of here. Yes, exactly. $600 for a car note lives in a junkyard. Amen. Surprised those kids were taken away a long time ago when they first got involved. Candus was dodging them. See, we don't know that. That's Allie's version. We do not know if CPS was involved. We don't have a receipt. Because what you have to ask yourselves, those children are 9, 10, 11 years old. So that means they've been living like that for a while. Stay woke. We don't know that CPS was called. We don't know if CPS had an open file. We don't know nothing. Everything came to a head when Summer Wells went missing. And look how long it took before the children were removed. 6 weeks. That should tell you something there. Children were failed. They've been failed. Public pressure, perhaps. I don't know. You're welcome, Raymond. This is sad to me. It's totally sad. And all this hoopla about this red Tacoma truck, I kind of believe what was told to me by the source. It ain't nothing. It ain't nothing. Because allegedly, there was a bolo put out on an Xterra. So how it went from an Xterra to a Tacoma, I don't know. And as you see, how hard would it be to find a damn Tacoma truck in that region? You only have a couple of hundred to a couple thousand people actually living in the towns. So you know, once they run your name in the DMV of owning a, just put in red Tacoma, maroon Tacoma, it's only going to be a certain amount of people actually come up in the DMV owning that type of car. Stay woke. Yeah, I don't think CPS was involved. They could have been, but all I can say is look how long it took. That's what I'm looking at. Very sad. Of course they talk to the boys. Why would they not talk to the boys, sweetheart? Something happened recently for the boys to be taken. I would think. Unless they're just lying. Who knows? Because as I say, DHS is not going to tell us anything about why they stepped in, who called, when did somebody call, what decisions were made, what evidence they have against the Wells. But in the end, this should show you that these people are not right and they have no business raising children. That's the set information. Hold on one second. I'm going to get up here. Okay. Y'all got the queen up late this morning. Thank you all for joining me. You want to donate to the channel? $sign Big Angie 129 Cash App. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining me in this late hour. I'm going to drop the link in case some of you want to talk to the queen today. It's very sad. Because she didn't deserve this. We can only imagine what happened to her. I don't even want to think about what happened to her. Because I know I'll be very pissed off. Very pissed off. Thank you so much. Thank my mod on deck. Got me one. The others are sleeping. Crystal and A5 are definitely asleep. That's okay just because it is late. I just was up watching TV, trying to find my reality TV to watch. Oh, mercy. I done messed up. Hold on. Hope you all are well. Be safe going out to work this morning. There's a lot of crazy people out here. I don't know where Miss Nancy was. She must have went to bed early. Thank you for joining me. Welcome all. Thank you. Yes. Oh, it's Friday night, Clancy. Oh, really? Wow. It's so amazing listening to other people talk about what the temperature is somewhere else, what the if it's night, day, somewhere else. So interesting. Thank you all for joining me. Hit the link if you want to give your opinion. I'm not even into an hour, so we've got time for you all to hit the link and give me your opinion pertaining to Candy showing emotion now. Is she showing emotion because she's guilty, or is it perhaps she's innocent? She's mourning her child. She hasn't done anything to harm her child. Her husband hasn't harmed the child. Somebody actually went there and kidnapped that baby. Hit the link. Give the queen the 411. Thank you for joining. It's our winter. Oh my goodness, girl, please stop. I don't think it's winter. Because in a few months it's going to be winter here. I don't want to think about winter. Ready to Love Y'all. It's a good show. I saw it in the queue a little while ago. I'm trying to find the Housewives of Potomac on YouTube. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I was looking for before I went live. I don't know what is 8 degrees Celsius, Clancy? Freezing. Girl, please stop. Don't talk to me. Call me in April. I do not want to hear nothing about no cold weather. Ooh, Lord, please stop. I don't like it hot, but I don't want it cold either. Hit the link, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Hello?
Hey, Angela. Yeah.
Hello. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, dear. How are you?
Good. How are you doing? What you doing up this time of night, ma'am?
I was up watching First 48.
Oh my goodness. Well, oh, because I was watching Atlanta Homicide, ATL Homicide the other night. Oh, I'd already seen that story
hmm
about the pretty girl with the blonde hair. Man, that story deep. That's a deep story.
And she was found in the park.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I caught that one on what was it? The show. Cold Case.
Yeah. I got it on
Cold
my
Case
TV,
5.
on my Roku TV. It came up. I thought I was gonna have to subscribe or do something. That bad boy played. I hit the play button. I said, "Oh, shut your mouth, Roku. I ain't mad at you. Come on, bring it to the point."
That's where I watched it at. And they was out there trying to figure it out, and she had the tattoos and stuff.
But let me tell you something. Let me talk about that for just a second before we get into this. I'm gonna say this, and I know somebody probably listening in Atlanta. I feel like something wasn't right with her mother because I don't know what type of
Yeah.
relationship they had. I don't know what that girl was doing, not doing, but she's dead because she was sleeping in her damn car at a damn gas
Sure
station.
would.
The boyfriend told that. So somebody's watching you. This is what I keep trying to tell people. There's always somebody watching.
hmm
There's always
Yep, it
somebody
was something about
watching.
their mama.
She had
The mama
no
put
reason to be sleeping in her car.
the different type of mamas.
Damn.
No, you got
Boyfriend told it. The boyfriend told it. She gets mad at her. She puts her out. She goes sleep at the gas station. Come on. A major
your
city
daughter.
with crime. You're sitting here, a pretty girl sitting in your car. You know how many people probably swirled that damn gas station, watching her sit in her car, realizing something
Mm,
ain't right. Why that girl's still sitting there? You get my drift?
yep. hmm
That mama, she didn't look well. I won't be surprised. I won't doubt that the mother's been out there on drugs.
Yep. It was a sad story because she was a
She was
very
very
pretty girl. I
sad.
think a mom.
That's a beautiful girl. It's a beautiful girl. And the way he laid her out there naked, man, come on.
He sure did. These
Come on.
people crazy.
Yeah, you don't know people is what I keep trying to tell people. That's why you have to be careful the company you keep. You have to be careful the people you cross. You could, be an enemy to people that you don't even know you're an enemy. I don't trust anybody. Trust me. Queen of Sin, even now, at 50 years old, how evil and vindictive people are. Things I can't say on the live, but just trust me. Here recently, I have experienced how evil a motherfucker can be. But what they don't know is I'm highly favored, and it ain't nothing you can do to take the queen down until it's my time. You understand what I'm saying?
hmm
I know how
And
evil
you
people.
right.
I know how evil people are, and you can't trust nobody. Come on, give it
Not
to
a
me.
soul.
Why is she crying
Uh,
now?
because the walls are caving in. You
Okay.
see what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
don't think they ever expected this story to get as much publicity as it got because they rule America. She went missing. Um, you got the sheriff department there, the police department. They gonna do whatever, and then that would have been it.
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
think they expected people to latch onto this case as
Mm-hmm.
much as they have. I wish the boys would have got this much publicity, as well, considering it was two of them
Mm-hmm.
missing at one time. But as far as Summer case, I said day one, didn't nobody go up in there holler and get that baby. It made no sense. It didn't make no sense about the mama need her. Then I'm putting on mama brace and I got to walk to mama house and we
Okay,
planting
now.
flowers. And
Yeah.
I'm like, we doing a whole lot for mama need to be heard. Where I ain't heard about we wouldn't got no lunch. I fed
Yeah,
mama
everybody's talking
keep
about
up.
that too. See, that's the thing. I'm going to cut you off, but that's the thing people don't think about when they're telling a story. Duty Ron has showed that on his channel with the guy who's an expert and with the polygraph. It's those little things you're saying and not saying is what people are paying attention to. You have to think about every little thing you say when you're telling a story. You're sitting here talking about slushies, vapes, but no breakfast, lunch, potato chips, nothing. And you've got a grandmother and a child, 2 children in your possession, and you're not even saying anything about eating anything. You went to Sonic to get just a slushie. You mean to tell me you all didn't get a hot dog, hamburger? That's strange.
And we don't hear nothing about a child that's drinking a slush or any other liquid having to go to the bathroom or anything. No potty break.
I'm telling you the basics of what I came up with to tell you.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
And he said that on his channel. Too much extra stuff, such as she went to get a piece of candy. All of those type of extra stuff. That's extra.
Right. She had to get a piece of candy from grandma. But see, where I said that I already figured it out when they told off on themselves, it was the interviews for me. Because when she first went in that house with Mr. Chris, it said nobody could get in or out. Okay. Then in and out the house. That's what Candus said when she did her interview, her walkthrough. Nobody could get in
or out of what? First door, bottom door. Say, make me understand what you're saying.
When they first walked in, and he was asking what was going on, and they had shuttered the animals out the way. She said she was the first door. When she initially walked in, she told him nobody could get in or out. But then when it came down to going through that rabbit chute, she then said, "Ow, I don't know if I locked the door or not." Well, I was confused because how would they been able to?
She means by that. So tell me what you think she means by you can't get in or out. Make it make sense to me. What do you think she meant?
If nobody could get in or out, that's telling me that their door was locked. Nobody should have been able to get in, and she's possibly saying that those children.
What you're saying?
Yeah.
But then you contradict yourself by saying, "Oh, but by the way, I don't know," because that heifer is watching the YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Every time you sit up here and make a video, you comment in the comment section, community board. They're watching all of that. And what they're telling themselves is, okay, wait a minute. They're saying this, this, and this. So now we got to come up with something else because who's to say law enforcement isn't watching, thinking, okay, of course. That's why she made that comment. She's watching the content on YouTube.
Yeah. I believe that day one. And then when she got down to the part as far as this going in the house, first it was we plant flowers, I walked her in the house. Then it was she went in the house by herself to play with the brothers. They watching TV.
Something that didn't make sense when she said we washed our hands. Well, how would you wash your hands outside? Stay woke.
Like I didn't see a water hose. Yeah.
Listen, we washed our hands after planting flowers. We washed our hands, and then we went in about the piece of candy. So how did you wash your hands outside? See, that was said day one. You can't wash your hands outside unless you got a watering hose or a faucet.
Right.
Okay, so how did you wash your hands first before getting the candy?
She's hanging herself daily.
I keep telling people, always listen to what has been said. You don't need it.
And that's what's been getting me through is the interviews because like first the boys is playing YouTube, then they playing Minecraft, and then they was half asleep. Well, they don't did three things.
Well, we're half asleep because you all been talking on YouTube about what the children were doing.
Right. But they half asleep, and then she decided to play dolls.
Succulents. Damn. Flashy, what are you talking about? Oh Lord, dude.
And I wish John was awake, but when John does the
I love it. I watched him with tonight, and I'm telling last night, and
Yeah,
I tell you, I was screaming in my bed. I was in my bed watching him. I said, if John Q don't quit doing that, I'm gonna spike him.
I can't cause when he does it like that, and Dunn is selling off on himself. Cause like when he gets that liquid courage, I don't care what nobody said. Dunn ain't stopped no drinking and just started back.
No,
He
no,
can
no,
say
no.
that for somebody else.
Because what you have
But
to
when he
remember is
gets
that
it,
it is hard to overcome, addictions, whether it be
addiction,
drugs,
right?
alcohol,
Mhm.
shopping, whatever your devices, are. And I don't know what happened with him a week or so ago for the children to be taken. If it was indeed something he did or said, or maybe the children made a call to somebody. I don't know. But that
Mhm.
leads me to wonder what the hell was going on beforehand. And as I've told you all, this story is like most stories, it's in the belly of the beast. These
He
people were
surely.
involved before June 15th. It's just so happened they did something to Summer Wells and made a fraudulent call to dispatch saying that their child is missing. That is all.
That's
But
it.
this shit's been effed up from day one. That's the bottom line.
Well, people want to know about social service, and this is just my thoughts on it. First
Mm-hmm.
of all, it wasn't new to nobody in that town how they lived. If these kids went to church and they went to school, went to stores, people saw how these kids dress, possibly smell. People have passed by that house and know who lived there. Like she said, this the South. Everybody know everybody. Everybody related to everybody. I
Mm-hmm.
think possibly it's a good old boy town, as the
Mm-hmm.
holler towns are. They knew they turned a blind eye because that's how some, not all,
Well, allegedly, I was on
people
somebody's
live.
channel. I watched somebody's channel the other day or day before yesterday, and they said the children was coming in the store with her looking unkempt. But that's the point.
Right.
Who you gonna call if you don't know her? She just coming in with her kids. I don't know her. I ain't got nobody to call. It's not like I
And
know
let's
her.
be honest. A lot of times people turn a blind eye because they don't want to get in people business. And a lot of
Nobody
times
wants
when
to get
they people
involved.
lived in that area, they
Or you
got
don't want to
guns.
testify. The first thing about this is what people don't know.
Hmm.
I've been to that. Had to go to court because of a baby. And they didn't keep the baby up. The parents were gross. They were nasty. They didn't take a bath. They didn't brush their teeth. You know. And let me tell you something. You go in that courtroom, they grilling you like you on trial. Trust me,
They
it's a
sure
dirty
is.
game. It's a
It's
dirty
a
game.
dirty game. So when people say that, oh, CPS stepped in, how y'all know them people ain't friends with CPS? CPS only stepped in because of public pressure.
Well,
And
that's a
it
small
couldn't be
town, and you don't know
ignored.
who those people. I've already brought you
Right.
a source that told you that Allie had the police at her house at least 100 times. So what you have to ask yourself, she's in cahoots
Mm-hmm.
with the Kingsport police. She knows somebody that works there. She texted them.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't call 911. So that should tell you
Mm-hmm.
something right there. You don't know
Right there. That's why I kept saying when everybody said why don't remove them, because a lot of times
it's okay,
CPS is
Leah.
overworked and underpaid, and they only did this because they Candy Cane and Donnie
Yes,
decided to do
no.
walkthroughs and open that house up, and that could not be ignored.
Mm-hmm.
That could be ignored because somebody will go get on somebody and say, what is your agency doing? Did you see this house where these babies are living and it's a missing baby? So yeah, I'm gonna step in and say, oh yeah, let me go get the boy. Yeah, of course. But they knew this. These kids went to school
You
allegedly.
know what? You know what? You're right. But you got to remember, in the past year, ain't nobody been no school.
Right.
But I don't
But
understand
they've
what you're
been a
saying. The year before,
yeah.
somebody went to school on camp because if somebody at the convenience store is saying they came in on camp, they was at that damn schoolhouse on camp. So like you said, so that means the school, you failed them too. But see, this is what the hell's the problem. You at church, you had to see signs. You at the schoolhouse, you had to see signs. You at the dollar store to pay less, whatever damn stores they shopped at, the doctor's office, you had to see something. But this is what happens. People don't like to get involved.
Because a lot of times if the kids do if they make a report and these people friends or they get a few dollars under the table, not saying they did, allegedly, they gonna turn their head and go on. They'll clean up a little bit, brush up, and that's it. And whatever's going on, go continue going on. And if this baby never came up missing, do y'all honestly believe they would have took been still there? Yeah, they would have still been there.
Well, let's go here. I brought you a source that says they bought a life insurance policy about 2 months before she died. Now, these dodo birds have to know that Summer's body has got to surface. If indeed they did this for the insurance money, the body's got to surface in order for you to collect the license.
Right. But they don't
So
have
I'm
that kind of
wondering.
sense.
So what I'm wondering, well, maybe not, but what I'm wondering is it a matter of the baby body will surface? And these low down dogs did it for the insurance money, because what we have to ask ourselves, what is the motive for harming Summer Wells?
We tired of
7 years. Jennifer, who the hell gonna wait 7 years to collect some money? That defeats the
her.
purpose in paying for it. I'm
And
not
this
gonna wait
another
7 years
thing.
to collect no. You may die before collecting the money.
You sure can. This the thing. Why did I come up those 2 months ago with this amount of money to start it? But I can't buy no broom, no mop, no Clorox, but I'm gonna put it on her,
Mm-hmm.
and cause I'm ready to get rid of her. Now, whoever gave them that brokered the deal,
Mm-hmm.
that's who people should look at and say, well, how, did you approach them about insurance for children? Did they approach you? Did they do it online? How much would they get? How much is the monthly premium on it? Because she got three more kids that are more active than Summer. Not
But
saying
I
one
already
more
told
than the
you.
other,
I
but
already
normally
told you.
with both.
But I already brought you a source telling you what she said.
I'm gonna have to go back and hit it.
No,
Yeah, I
now
know about you.
listen. What I'm gonna tell it to you. Allegedly,
Okay.
she told the agent she did not have the money to cover the boys, but when she gets the money, she will come back and put a policy on the boys, plural. She was more concerned about Summer, which makes no fucking sense.
Exactly. So I think it's been a plot all along to get rid of her because she was tired of her. Because if you look at any other pictures, Summer is the only one that looks out of place with a whole dynamic.
Jennifer, I believe that.
Pretty good,
I got a feeling.
pretty
I got
girl,
a feeling that
pretty
that's what's going to
hair.
happen. They may have moved her. She'll pop up. Summer will probably pop up here shortly if you're going to get that money for the insurance.
But then you got to go through a whole lot of investigation and autopsy and everything. If it's that, if you know she's not alive, hopefully she is. But
I
time
don't
and
think she's
common
alive.
sense tell me no.
You know that baby. You know that baby's not alive. You got to look at the statistics. Summer's not alive.
Yeah,
She's in the middle of nowhere, and nowhere means I don't even know you're over there. Stay woke.
right. Yeah. And these dirty dogs deserve to be beat to sleep. Like I said, I don't know how anybody missed day one when I was like, who do y'all think is going out there laying in the woods
Nobody.
on their stomach looking for a child? And I'm going to just be honest. And I'm
I
going to
go
say
by
this and I
private
mean no
drives all
malice.
the time. Look, I go by private drives all the time in subdivisions, different places, and I do not
Yeah,
turn my black ass up nobody's damn drive because 9 times out of 10 they are white, and I know damn better. You know better. You just
you
don't
know
do it.
better.
Just
Right.
don't do it.
And if they were looking for a kid, and I'm just going to say it, normally they want a clean looking kid, a put together kid that's
Listen,
nicely kept. They're not looking for a kid that's dirty, smelly, unkept.
well, once again, how would I know there's a kid there? Stay woke.
Right. That's why I say it's
That's
an
not your
inside
typical.
job.
That's not your typical environment to stalk a person. Period. Whether they're a child or an adult. Yes, they have
Right.
insurance on her allegedly. I just told you all that.
Yeah. And it was just for her. And I hope they didn't think that, oh, we say she got missing. We're gonna get paid. No, you're not. It's a whole lot of red tape to just having insurance. That's one part of it. It's a
Betty
whole lot
Spaghetti,
to
what are
get.
you saying? How could they not miss her? If I'm your mother or father, how could I not miss my child? I don't understand what you're saying. How could I not miss my child? You all really are not thinking about what you're saying. You're in the middle of nowhere. You
Right.
can't even see their house from the road. Jesus,
Yeah.
you got to go up the road just to see the damn house. You don't know what's up there. Who's to say you drove
Right.
up there? There was no house up there, just land. You won't know until you drive up the drive.
Yep. Nobody is going in the holler blindly like a fool. Like, no. I don't know where most people reside, but in the South, no, we're not
Well,
going
you
up
know what?
there.
I'm gonna stop trying to explain myself to somebody because I ain't gonna keep trying to explain to you what it's like to live in East Tennessee. If you don't get it by now, you'll never get it.
Not never get it, Queen.
You'll
Because I'm
never get it.
like,
I mean, because it's a waste of time trying to explain
no.
it to people. I don't understand why it's so hard to understand about what the hell we've been saying. It's not
Only
typical.
someone
It's not
familiar.
typical living.
No.
It's nothing by nothing. You don't got a playground. You don't got a corner store. You don't got a gas station. You don't got a museum. You don't got a bar. You don't got nothing.
Yep.
Come
Nothing.
on now.
It's very country living. Very. So, like, you would have to know somebody to want to move there. You don't just go on Google and be like, holla, and they present you a list of properties.
Well, Betty, I don't know where you come from. I ain't never heard of nothing like that. The only person that won't miss their child is the person that don't want their child,
Right.
no matter where they live.
A
I don't
person
know why
that
you
love
would
they
think these people. I don't know why you would think these people would not miss their child. It doesn't matter if they live in New York City, Chicago, Knoxville, wherever. Why would I not miss my child? I would
unless I
not miss my
never
child
wanted,
if I didn't want my child.
obviously.
Yes, Rebecca, thank you. Too much to do in that environment. It's too much fucking work. Why would I want to break my damn ankle, get chased
Come on,
by a
Queen.
bear, deer, coyote to pick up some
Come on.
damn kid? You don't know what the hell's out there in the woods. You run up in there trying to go I spy and pick up a child. You have to know one about the dog trail. You'd have to have been there, seen it to know about it. You drove by that road right now, you wouldn't know there's a trail in there. Why would you know?
Right.
Why would you care? Because you'd have no
So,
reason to care. You're a fucking passenger in a car driving by. Hey, what you doing? Turn the radio up. Get my drift?
Queen, I know.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna have to catch up, watch the videos if you don't know to understand what she's
We're not
saying. But
talking about a hooker. You know what?
a
Oh,
hooker,
Lord. You know what? I'm about to get the
Queen,
fuck
don't
off.
do. Don't
Where's
do.
my other fucking phone? Hold on. I'm sick of this shit.
Ah, a hooker, girl. What? Ain't no hooker going out there in the woods. Freddy Krueger, the woods.
Yeah.
You will
Hold
have to
on.
know somebody.
Not out.
Lord.
Don't say nothing else. Don't say nothing else. Don't say nothing else. Now I'm gonna show you what that hooker just did.
Queen. That's the first time I heard it.
You sound stupid as hell. The fuck you gonna compare a hooker, a prostitute to this situation? It's not the damn same. Don't you listen to what Chris has said, Duty Ron has said, anybody was saying this is a high risk situation. Nobody would risk going up in there to take a kid because you'd have to know she's there for one to take her. And the parents' cars are there, the mother's car is there. So why would I risk going up in there and I see the damn car in the drive? Goofy ass.
Ooh, Lord.
You need to go to fucking sleep. No, I'm kidding. I'm getting really irritated. We don't even, you don't even have no business even comparing that to that situation. Those prostitutes are out there in the element. That's why they're easy targets. This girl's out in the middle of nowhere in the damn wilderness in a house up a hill that you can't even see. How the hell can you compare the two? Next, hit the link.
Lord have mercy. But yeah, I just hope she's found soon.
Gets up all times of day and night.
It was going so. I'm like, what are you talking? What?
Nothing. It was an ignorant comment to even make because it's not the same situation. Street people, prostitutes, that's a totally different element than being out in the middle of nowhere, living at your parents' house. It's not the same.
Right.
Damn.
Queen, you made me need a drink already.
She already on the table. Quit playing. She been on the table.
Yeah, they didn't think this through, but it was the interviews for me. Like I said, once again, once they did them interviews, that was it. I was like, they just got to be waiting on information to be processed and called.
I don't care who channel they watching. You watch whatever you want. I use common sense. I don't listen to what other people say. A YouTuber can't tell me nothing about what the hell went on in Robertsville.
Nothing.
Well, I tell you what. Why don't you go up that road and see if Jesus is sitting up there with 12 disciples?
I knew you were gonna come. I gotta get back that channel.
Maybe Jesus is sitting up there in that camper, pouring bread and wine with 12 disciples. I'll wait.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, all right.
It's too early for this, y'all.
Just stupid, man. You can't even the live was going so mild, but all it takes is my mom used to say, all it takes is one monkey to stop the show.
One.
All it takes.
Everybody knows something, but ain't nobody went and volunteered to spend the night or nothing.
Well, that's why I said, why don't you go up in there and sleep in one of them bunk beds? Yeah, since you know so much, you want to tell me about prostitutes. Well, why don't you crawl up in one of them bunk beds without no good covers and clean sheets? Tell me how you feel. Come back and holler at the queen.
Right.
Or take your children up there if you got children and leave your kids with Candus Blind and Donna Wells and see how that works out for you.
Right. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah. Why don't you come on down here to kind of slay and bring your children down here and I'll drive up in a holler and leave them back there.
All right.
Jesus Christ.
Y'all can have a picnic and everything. Just leave them up there. Don't bring them no shirt, no clothes, no toothbrush, no nothing. They'll be good and safe. They gonna cook for them and everything.
Will you say that?
Yeah. Y'all do that.
Yeah. Leave your children out there.
Right.
Go leave your children over there. See how they turn out when you come back, pick them up.
Leave them up there about a good week.
Woo, shut your mouth.
Leave them up there a good week. They got plenty of animals for them, the farm, the swing, the water hole, all that.
And when your kid come back trying to twist your damn head off your neck, don't say nothing.
They good Christian people.
Coming back playing a banjo, drinking Mountain Damn Dew. God knows what else the hell they done learned while they back up there in that holler.
Right. But that's for all the people that, singing them praises. Y'all going up there. Cause I don't never see none of y'all over there.
Yeah. Cause what they do is they go on the YouTube channel and on the channel holders chat and do what they're doing in here. Talk nonsense.
And y'all believe the nonsense. Everybody talking, but why y'all ain't gone over there yet? They taping their prayer circles and stuff. Why y'all ain't at the prayer circle?
I can't.
Y'all got getting your stimulus check. What they sending out,
You
Queen? The
know what?
CDC
Don't
check.
you start.
Y'all use y'all good mile. Fly on down there to that holler and get your prayer circles going on, and y'all dress alike and go on in there
Don't
now.
you do it.
Come on, y'all getting them checks and take your children on there. All the children ain't going to school yet. Come on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Then you come back and tell us how it go for you and what you think.
Don't judge. Don't judge. The Lord said this, blah, blah, blah. Point blank.
Boy,
There's a way
ooh.
of living. And that was unnecessary how they were living, how they live in that holler. And that's another thing. They're up in there now with no children, no nothing, no obligations. They ain't getting no money, no food stamps, no Medicaid, no nothing, no stimulus. You are fucked.
Mm-hmm. Well, they got time to clean up now. Won't y'all come help them clean up?
No, I can't do that. I want to go to Everyday Shenanigans and talk junk.
Yeah, won't you do that? They got all the time. They do about 50, 11 interviews every day. So y'all gone on over there and help them do all that and get their children back and leave yours there while you helping them.
Let
And
me
tell
tell you
me how it
something I
come out
noticed.
for you.
Have you noticed how she's looked at these prayer vigils?
Worn down.
No, it's something not, man. I'm telling you, man. She is like
I know.
staring off into space. Like that heavyset guy that was praying for her last week. It's like when I looked at her face, she looked like she was angry. And I was like, what the hell is going on here? Man, them folks is complicit, man. Nobody can make me think that.
Nobody can make me think different day one, and I didn't even have to see it. I just use common sense, like you said, and knew now that don't make quite sense. And then she didn't talk. Now all of a sudden they got the, and it's another thing. If you praying, you ain't got the videotape you praying.
Amen.
What they supposed to be doing for us? Cause
but that's social media. The same social media you crying about, talking bad about you. See, like to me, Donna Wells would have said, "Hey, put your camera down. Stay woke."
And I ain't gonna be
I don't
funny.
miss,
All this
I
praying,
don't miss,
they can be
I
out
don't miss
there in the
nothing.
woods and searching, since everybody else is no good to them. That's trying
But
to help them.
I'm so concerned about social media and you judging me, I would say, put your fucking camera down.
Yeah, we
All you
would.
have to do. Don't you understand? Don't you think that's the right thing to do? If that's what you're complaining about, you would ask the
Yep.
person standing there. He's looking in the camera. Hey, put your camera down. Don't film me.
Right. But he loves the attention. A narcissist would. It's about me. I can't go a day without it. Attention
Well, she
whore.
was never, as it's been seen, Summer Wells was never important in the first place. That's why she's gone.
Correct. I don't know why people don't understand that they didn't take care of the first set of children they had back in their
Well, that's
day.
my point. Amen. She didn't take care of hers. See, this is why I kept telling you, they are evenly yoked. These are two vessels who didn't know nothing about
Uh-huh.
one another. They got together with similar traits, history. She had two
Mhm.
she ain't raised. He had two he allegedly abused. Then they get together, sleep with each other, have sex, marry, make children. Now, one is missing and the other boys are gone in the state's care. Stay woke.
Yeah.
There
That's for the
is no
people that
happenstance. This is a deliberate situation of a child believed murdered. And that's how I feel at this point. I can go on and say it. They murdered that girl, got her gone, and that's the bottom damn line. And they both have history of abuse and neglect with their other children. And now they have one missing and others taken in the state's care. Stay woke.
correct. I just didn't know how nobody didn't put that together. If they didn't take care of the other children they had before this ever came along, what would make anybody think they cared about any of them? What?
Well,
Common sense. I didn't care about the other ones I had before she got here. This just another one. I'm tired of her. I want to get out here and shake my
yeah,
thing and do my
that's exactly
thing.
what
And
it was. That's
You
exactly what it
holding
was.
me back. These boys, they
Yeah,
9, 10, 20, and holler years, that's 20, 25 years old. They can fend for themselves and watch Minecraft and eat Hot Pockets all day.
because in
And
the
I'ma
end,
live my best there.
you don't know what's wrong with Summer. People have, alluded to the fact possibly she has some issues, and it could be that she could be too much to handle because she has some developmental issues. It's a lot to deal with when you have a child who has some issues. I don't claim to know anything about what she had, didn't have, but I'm just throwing out a scenario. Perhaps she did have issues. It's too much for the mother to bear. They just said, we'll just get rid of her. She's too much. The boys,
She
they
see
all right.
too
They
much. She
doing good.
talk
They
too
doing
much.
well. We gonna get rid of her.
Hmm.
Obviously, she wasn't important enough. Whatever the hell was going on with the little girl, it really doesn't matter. If somebody
When
wants
the
you
little
gone, they
girl
get you
part.
gone. You ain't have to do nothing. You ain't have to say nothing.
Yeah.
You didn't have to have something wrong with you.
Now the little girl will have more sense than the parent. Is something wrong with them.
Tennessee is a wide state. Every state is made different. If we'll believe the maps, this is a very long state.
Hmm.
The state stretches all the way from Virginia, East Tennessee, all the way to the bottom, which is Memphis, Tennessee, touching Arkansas, Mississippi. It's a long ass state.
Right.
And then we got nothing but places to drop you off. You get jiggy and get to talking crazy.
That's why I don't know
Hit the
why
link.
folks don't believe it.
All right, you
Oh,
all. 1 hour and 31 minutes. Not Al's the only one up here hitting the link. Hit the link, you guys. Come on now, don't do that.
yeah, because I have to get back down in the chat. But babe, that was like, yeah, she didn't deserve that. And I mean, whether something was wrong with her or not, something was wrong with them because they had children before they had these children and couldn't do nothing with
But
them.
they didn't care about their children. That's why look. That's the proof in the pudding. They didn't have no business having no children. Two separate people abuse their children. He's older than her. Stay woke. The evidence has been there
Hmm.
from day one. These two aren't even the same age. What are the odds of two separate people, not even the same age, meet and both have history with abuse and neglect and child molestation? And then they have the nerve to get together and still have children. And now one's missing and the other three are gone to the state's care. Because it's what I said, it was inevitable for this to happen because they already have history of neglect and abuse. They're nasty. The woman told it. You didn't clean your kids. The children said you touched them. Damn, what do you need? Hit the link. Hit the link. Please hit the link if you have something to say. I'm an hour and 33 minutes in. I'm not trying to go very long. So if you like to voice your opinion pertaining to why Candy decided to start crying, hit the link. Somebody said that Miss Robin is on vacation. I must say Hawaii is a mighty long way to go to vacation, but we're not going to question that. Damn.
Robert said she was tired of these shenanigans. Y'all got her wrapped up in the wrong thing. They were down to the church talking about the good Joe, Mark, Luke, Simon.
Stop,
They
stop.
didn't sign up for this.
We done heard a lot of negative stuff about her. I don't know why a lot of people don't care for her, but I have seen very negative comments made about the lady.
Mm.
But like I told people, you don't know any of these people, and we'll leave it at that.
Right. Don't have to have a pastor come out. I ain't never seen nothing like it.
I don't know about another child gave up. The point is, they got other children that they lost. We'll leave it at that. That's enough for me. State got involved in both situations, so that's enough for me. So these
Which
people didn't have
means
no business having the four that they got now or
they
had,
wasn't new to it.
and they're
So
no
that's
longer.
why I say they.
So that should tell you something right there. Why would you go have more children when you lost the children you had? You lost two before you met Candy. Candy had two, she lost. They didn't have no business procreating. That's the bottom line.
That's what I want to hear from grandmama and what she think about it. Like your daughter already lost children, then she went and had some more and couldn't do nothing with what she had already.
We not look. We're not getting ready to worry about grandpa. Grandpa left. Leave it. Let it go.
Like grandpa.
Hit the link if you want to give your opinion pertaining to what happened to. Why is this up here?
What?
I don't know why that was up there. What did I say that was false? Crazy nut. Hit the link.
Just click on the link. I'm gonna go back down in the chat.
Well, they ain't trying to hit the link. They just want to keep chatting in the chat. I don't know why y'all come over here to my channel and just love to talk in the chat. I don't understand. Help me understand. It's very confusing to me.
I thought about what you said the other night when you ended. Nobody talking about the shoes.
Well, because don't nobody listen. You too busy watching Facebook and YouTube. She had to told that. They don't know her children. They don't know what she wore, what she had on.
Mm-hmm. Well, I thought about it when you said it, and I thought about it. The shoes.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't
Okay,
heard
we're going to
nothing.
ask this question here. Did Summer make it home? Yes
I don't
or
think
no?
so. I don't think so.
Yes or no in the chat. Did Summer Wells make it home? Yes or no? Mama says so. Yes. I got 2 no's. You taking the yeses, I'll take the no's.
I can't see the chat.
We'll get down in
Hold
there,
on.
honey. You got 1 yes. I got 3 no's. 1,
Hold
2,
on.
3, 4 no's.
Hold
5.
on.
2 yeses. Got 5 no's.
I got another no. Hold on.
6. Just do the yeses. I got the no's. So I'm on 6 no's.
1, 2 yeses.
Yeah, I'm at about 6 no's with Shannon. See, that's the thing. You don't know anything because we haven't been told anything. They're not going to tell us anything. That's the whole point of this story. You're never going to know the truth about what happened on June 15th. Who said
If I
what, who
didn't,
went where, who called who said what on the phone. Everything's up for speculation. Is Boy H telling the truth, not telling the truth? You're never going to know. Hit the link if you want to give your opinion pertaining to why Candus Bly has decided to well up and cry. Why is she crying now? Hit the link. And somebody says Robin is on vacation. I don't know if she's on vacation or not. I just think it's strange that she would talk to a YouTuber. I think it's very odd. Why would you talk to a YouTuber?
this reminds me of one of those movies that come on Fox or ABC, and it's a mini series, and you think you know, and it just get worse and worse and worse.
Well, that's what was told. That's what was told to me, that my mind would be blown.
I believe that because it's sinister. It just like sinister. Like
What I do
it
is I
started
think
out.
all the cases I've seen, people cry and moan about their loved one, and then they were behind the death of the person. That's what I think of this case. That as easily as you want to believe the people or think they could be telling the truth, there's that percentage that's higher that they did do it. Especially when you look at the demographics of where they lived. This isn't your typical case of inner city living, suburb living. You got to make it make sense that somebody came up back in there without being recognized or seen or heard and took a child.
Right.
Thank you, Melissa. Yes, Gene, I could say that. Maybe that could have happened. One of the children could have hurt her, and it's a cover up. But my thing is this: why not still call 911 and just tell the truth? They were roughhousing, rough playing, whatever. She fell, whatever it was. I'm not going to go hide my child and discard my child because my other child did something accidentally on purpose. Just tell the truth. You said, yes, the dogs did stop at the end of the road. But see, this is how I feel about that comment. That's Donald Wells' statement. Why would I believe anything he has to say? It's the truth. You never heard law enforcement ever verify that the scent stopped at the end of the road from the dog trail. That is Donald Wells' comment. That is not law enforcement. Law enforcement never told you nothing about a dog trail. They never told you nothing about a lie detector test, who took it, who passed, who faked it, what. They never told you nothing about a dog trail, monkey trail, bear trail. Stay woke.
Jennifer, scroll up. The link is in the chat. Queen, let me drop down in here and drop the
Yeah,
link.
yeah, yeah. Okay, thank you all. Thank you all for joining. Got 96 viewers. Well, please give your opinion. Night Owl's gonna drop it down. Thank you, baby. If you want to donate to the channel, $ Big Angie 129 Cash App. Thank you so much. I only have one mod up this time of night, so naturally the link doesn't get dropped often. Thank you so much, honey. Yes, Brenna, she does feel guilty. Well, I don't know if she feels guilty. Now, I ain't gonna say that. I think she feels for herself. That's what you have to understand about a sociopath. The guilt is for themselves. I'm close to being apprehended. I'm close to being found out. It's not for the child. It's not for the victim. It is for self. Candus Bly is crying for self. My foot is in the trap. I'm stuck. These people are on to me. They know something. They sense something. They're talking too much on social media. They know I am guilty. My husband and I are guilty of harming this child and discarding her out like trash. That's what's going on. Hit the link. Someone, what? Some number one in that town knows where summer. Okay. Yeah. Well, we about got an idea who the two someones are. Hit the link if you want to give your opinion pertaining to why Candus Bly decided to start crying, welling up in her said prayer vigils. It is said that someone in the chat says Miss Sabbath teacher's out of town. I don't know. I don't have verification. You know, I don't put my stamp on anything. I have questions of where she was at this vigil. If she's out of town, okay, she gets a pass. But I do think it's odd that she would talk to another YouTuber. He's from East Tennessee. Why would you call him? Why would he call you? Why would you speak to him? You know you're friends with Candus, whether you believe in her or not. Change your mind. You know you'll add fuel to the fire once you speak to a YouTuber that you believe perhaps she's not telling the truth. She's not telling the truth. Robin, you know that. So that means you're willing to go toe-to-toe with the demon. Shut your mouth. Hit the link if you want to give your opinion. It's almost approaching 2 hours, so I don't want to stay on very long. So if you want to give your opinion pertaining to why Candus Bly has decided to well up in her videos, commentary, please hit the link. As I say, somebody sent me a photograph in the evening pertaining to information that was allegedly given to law enforcement that they believe the child was dumped in a dumpster. I do have the said photo and the business. The container is not what I would consider red, it's orange. And as I sent the photograph to the certain person, I told him these are not the same thing. Everybody's entitled to their interpretation. But who's to say? He believes the child was dumped on the way back from H being dropped off. I don't know. Who knows? Either way, she's missing. Child of God, highly favored, missing. This is terrible. I think so, but I think she was gone or something happened immediately. Human animal, and I don't understand what you're saying. Hit the link. I don't understand what you're saying, sweetheart. You want to donate to the channel? $ Big Angie 129 Cash App. I think I've been leaving out the $ for it. Sorry about that. Yeah, Melissa, it's possible she won't be found. Who's to say they didn't take her over to North Carolina, Virginia? But if you took your phone while discarding Summer Wells, that's going to show, hopefully. Unless where they took her, there's no cell service such as back in that holler. Hit the link if you want to give your opinion pertaining to why Candus Blythe decided to show emotion pertaining to the disappearance of her child. Oh, I ain't got a guess. Well, all right. Hello? Hello?
Hey, Queen. It's Jean.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Where are you calling from, baby?
It's Jean. I'm calling from Pennsylvania.
All right, Jean, roll with it. Why is she now showing emotion?
Honey, I think because the gig is up.
Okay. Okay. What do you think about Robin talking to the YouTuber?
I didn't see it yet.
Okay. His
You
name
know
is Dave
how it is.
Buchanan.
You know how it is.
He's from East Tennessee. Dave Buchanan has a channel, and he made it known that they have talked, and perhaps there's some discrepancy with what Candus told her versus what she told law enforcement in a police report. You too quiet, Jean.
No, honey. I'm getting feedback, so I'm hearing you twice. I can't pick it up.
Oh, okay. Well, you're not echoing here, so.
But Queen, you know how it is with church people. You get people like that.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Say some. Say some.
No. Okay, some.
I
But
don't want nobody coming here talking about we talking bad about the church. So
no.
okay.
Let me say this. I'm real hoarse, but let me say this.
Okay.
I've been one of those people that had very poor indigenous, just really poor people come into your church. You do love them and you do uh, cling to them and you work with them and you try, but you don't always succeed in winning them over or changing them. That's what I see in Robin. I think she just really cares.
Well, let me read somebody's comment. Robin called Chris Buchanan. His name is Dave, baby. In my opinion, because he is local and she wanted to distance herself from the case, she had appeared on the news and was criticized for courting publicity. This is why you don't talk. This is why we keep saying this. The parents don't need to talk. Nobody needs to be talking because you don't know the people. You think because you're sitting in church with somebody, you know them. You don't. Because somebody lives next door to you, you don't. They come into the Dollar Tree, you don't. That's my brother, my sister. You don't know the human mind.
Oh, you absolutely don't. And maybe even especially in church. But you asked, did we think she made it home?
Yes,
why,
yes, I did that.
Honey, why would Candus a dead summer before she got to the house, but wouldn't dump a dead summer if one of the boys had hurt her?
Now say that again.
Well, why you said maybe she wouldn't get rid of the baby if one of the boys had hurt her.
No,
She
no,
would
I didn't
just
say
call
that. No,
911
no,
and
no, no.
report it.
I asked, did she get dumped before going home? Is what I asked.
Yes, yes. And
That's what I
I'm
asked.
saying, why would she dump Summer before getting home, but not dump Summer if one of the boys had hurt her? I think she would dump Summer if one of the boys had hurt her. I think she
I
would.
don't understand what you're saying. What the point you're trying to make?
I think if one of the kids had hurt Summer,
Oh, if they hurt
Candus,
her. So listen. So you saying if one of the boys hurt the child, she would have called 911?
no, I think she would have disposed of the baby
Okay,
and tried
that's
to hide it.
okay. So I think it's the same. I think she would have disposed of her possibly if one of the boys hurt her because they got past and history, and she dumped her if she deliberately hurt her. Because what you have to look at is how she lives.
Yes.
She doesn't show that she cares about herself and her children, Donna Wells as well. So if you don't care about yourself, your livelihood, how your children look, you're not going to care if one of your kids hurt the kid. You're not the type to me that probably would call 911 because you're showing you don't care about yourself. Look at your house. Look how you hold yourself.
Yeah.
Those are the things that you have to look at. We don't even know if the children went to the doctor, went to the dentist. You have to think about all that.
That's true. Okay. I agree then.
And Shannon Day said, this is why I'm a loner. Shannon is crazy.
What'd she say? I can't see her. What'd she say?
This is why I'm a loner. Shannon Wade said that.
She's funny. But you're right. I didn't look at it that way. You're correct.
Well, no. Look, I don't want you to feel like you got to think like how I think, but I'm looking at, as I state, what you represented to me.
Yeah.
You're showing me you don't care about yourself, your livelihood, your property. So now I've got to think that if one of the boys did something to the child, you're going to be the same type of person that's going to call law enforcement, or you get what I'm saying, and say, hey, yeah, my baby, he pushed my baby down the stairs, or he was roughhousing and wrestling and choked her, suffocated her. Nah, probably not.
No, I agree. Well, I love your perspective. It's certainly different than mine because you've seen more than I have. I'm with you.
And it's nothing wrong with that because, like I said, that's the thing of what I was trying to make people understand is that everybody is not seeing the same things that people see in their life. Everybody ain't been around certain type of people. Everybody ain't lived a certain way. You know, I don't want to walk through life thinking everybody is horrible and bad. And I don't think everybody's horrible and bad. But what I do think is that you have to be leery of people because 9 times out of 10, the average person will stab you in the back. It's just the way it is.
I know. Isn't that
Everybody
sad?
has a story about somebody that they thought was a nice person.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
I've lived long enough to have that experience. But again, I love your input because
thank you, baby.
You're giving us that side.
Let's go with the stats. I brought you stats the other night. Most children who are kidnapped by their family.
Yes.
So I don't even believe it's a kidnapping.
No, I don't either.
Where they live. I think this was a deliberate ruse to get rid of a child for whatever reason, because in the end, I don't know the reason. It could be God, it could be anything. I just do believe that the child was deliberately harmed and discarded by her parents. That's what I think. So let me ask you this. Before you get off the live, what do you think? Okay, but we're going to start here. Do you believe she made it home?
I believe she did.
And you believe what happened at the house?
I just think that one of the kids hurt her. I think mom wasn't paying attention. At first, Candus says she was outside with mom.
So what happened if they were upstairs playing a video game? What could have went wrong if they were up there playing a video game? Since they
I don't know that they were.
Okay, you're right. Okay.
You know, she says they were, but you know how kids are, and it looks like Summer was really, she was really aggressive, where she jumps on the Sunday school teacher all the time and runs at her and throws herself. If she did that to one of the boys, they may have flung her off or hugged her. We don't know.
What do you think about that? What do you think about that child in those videos from the church of her always clinging to Robin?
I think there's something. I think first of all that Summer has some kind of a learning disability. She's slower. I just do.
Okay.
But
Do you think, listen, and let's go here. Do you think they acknowledged that and were getting her help for that?
no,
Yeah, I agree.
no,
I think they turned a blind eye to whatever was wrong with her.
no, absolutely.
Okay, good.
Do we even know if she was
Thank you
in
for saying that.
school?
Yeah, see, all that, all that, all that.
No, no.
Very good question. Very good question.
We don't know if she
I
was in
said that
preschool.
because how they act, treat their children, rumors that they were going around in public with the children unkempt. I've told you that most of the story, most of the pictures you see, that girl looked nasty in her pictures.
They're horrible.
Summer, stains around her mouth, all that. They are not the type of people that would take their child to get medical care, mental care.
No.
No.
Let me ask you a question, and
Go
I
ahead.
know you're going to be honest with me.
Yeah.
Uh, any possibility that Don was using that child for pornography? God.
Well, I'm not going to go there. Let's just say this.
Okay.
When you have a pedophile, anything is possible. And I'll leave it at that. If
Okay.
indeed he's a pedophile, anything is possible.
Yeah, I didn't want to go there either, but when I saw the
because
bedroom set up,
my thing is,
and
I don't like going into the belly of the beast when it comes to that topic because I'd rather have some type of receipt that he is that person.
yeah,
All
that's
we
true.
have is
Okay.
just the sister niece saying he touched them, he touched the children, but we've
Yeah.
yet to have the children come forward and say, yeah, my daddy did touch us as kids.
Yeah.
And don't you find that strange? You don't have any children coming forward yet to say, yeah, my daddy touched us?
Well, no, you don't. You don't.
Yeah, because let me tell you something. We don't know the relationship Don has with his children.
Mm-mm.
So that's what I've been waiting on to see if there's going to be any confirmation
Yeah.
that he is an abuser, sexual abuser. So I've been waiting on the children to come forward to say, yes, indeed, our father has molested us. That's what I've been waiting on.
Oh, dear God. Well, it was just my thought because I saw the setup of that basement bedroom that the other kids don't share. I didn't like that.
So wait, slow down. Say it again. So you didn't like what, baby?
I didn't like the way the bedroom, where she and Don slept with her.
Well, you
didn't
do
like-
know children sleep because I had a cousin, her babies, both, because she had the son right after the daughter was born. Daughter was, let's see, daughter was about a year and a half older than the son, somewhere in there. The point is, both those toddlers slept in the bed with the mother and the father.
Yes.
The daughter was not his. He got with her, and she already had two children, an older daughter and a younger daughter. And she made a baby, and that baby came in right after her baby girl. And both those babies slept in the bed with them. I don't know what age it was up until when they were sleeping, but I'm just letting you know. It is allowed. It is normal for some people to have their children still sleeping in their bed. We hear stories of children older than 5, 6, and 7 sleeping in the beds with their parents.
No, I agree.
Never want to say anything nasty or derogatory about children sleeping in the bed with their mother and father, because you have children who are older than toddlers who still sleep in the bed with their parents. That's a parent's choice because you've allowed your child to sleep in the bed with you.
Yes, and I'm not throwing shade because that she was in the bed with him, but because of his background and her background.
But see, that's another thing. Does Candus Bly know he has a background? See, I brought your commentary about that the other day.
Yeah.
Does she know? That's where the problem is going to lie. Does she know or does she not know?
Hey, Queen, she knows now.
Yeah.
Lord Jesus.
Yeah. Look, shut your mouth. You got that right.
Girl, we all know now. But so for me, it's possibility. I just threw it out there.
Candus is passed out cold while Summer is asleep in between her and Don. Lord have mercy. I can't.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, I just don't like the thought because of what we know about him now.
Night Owl says, yes, she knows. So let's think about that now. Let's put that on the table.
Okay.
What do you think about her knowing her husband, boyfriend, whatever he was to at her time, was a pedophile, rumors he slept with his family members, and now you're dating him? Stay woke. Give me your opinion about that.
They just got married in March.
Who just got married in March?
According to both of their Facebook pages, they only got married in March. Look it
Wait a
up.
minute. Shut up, Satan. Girl, I almost choked on that peanut. Wait a minute.
Yes.
You mean to tell me they've been, as the Lord would say in the Bible, because they
Yes.
don't quote Bible scripture, they've been fornicating.
That's what it says.
Shut your mouth, Satan.
Girl, I'm telling you, that's what it says.
These last $2, I'm not gonna lose. Wait a minute.
See?
So you, okay, I'm dead. Okay, I know I need to go to bed.
I'm telling you, I've been
6:15 in the
seeing.
damn morning. Y'all got me up. Look, somebody died out said, Gene, go to bed.
I'm already up for the day for you because of you.
Wait a minute. Gene, before you jump off this live, you better give me a source of where you heard they was just got married.
I'm trying. Hold on a second.
Ooh, Lord have mercy.
I'm going back to my Facebook pages. Hold on.
Okay, Jennifer Carter, please stop.
Oh, I'm serious. Now, I ain't lying. There's a picture of them. I'm sure that's what I read, but
Oh, Lord have mercy.
I'm looking. Hell, I might take too much time. Hold on.
Well, it takes a lot of time because these stories, girl, they just get endless. All the videos, everybody's uploading content or whatever you want to call it to the YT about these fake. These people is sickening.
Okay,
You
look.
go on and on, just trying to look up videos about these folks.
Now, Queen, I got the link to his Facebook page where it says they got married in March.
Okay.
Can I drop it on you or what?
Yeah.
Hey, child, here it come.
Look, Dakota Ray says Don was asked when he got married. He said he couldn't remember. I'm dead. I was not crying no more.
Now, I'm new at this. Can you see it?
Well, ask him when the last time he hit the damn a crack pipe or meth pipe. Where is that?
You see the link?
No, I don't see it.
All right, here we go.
Put it some other way, because I
Trying it
got
again.
some more, and I ain't hitting because I want to mess up nothing. Oh, Flouncy, you a mess. Yuck, the thought of them fornicating. Well, you know they fornicated. They got children. Hi, Brain Patton. How are you? Well, you know they fornicated because they got children. Ooh, Lord have mercy.
And it says March 31st. It's this year. That's all I
Just
know.
drop it in the chat. Where you comment, just put it in the comment box, baby.
I did, honey. I dropped the link there.
Well, I don't see it. All I see something is more in my more box.
All right, let me try it again.
Yeah, don't put it in no private chat because I think that's what you put it in.
Okay, hold on. Now here I go.
I heard both when Summer was a baby and Art.
There it is. Now there's the link. It's not coming up blue or.
I don't see anything.
See it, you guys?
Yeah, you're putting it in private chat or something. You're not putting it in.
I'm in here where everybody else is talking.
I don't see it.
It's right under where Brain Patton talks, and then.
No, only thing under Brain Patton is Night Owls. Putting my StreamYard under there. Yeah, we don't see it. Yeah, it's not in here, honey.
I wonder why I'm not coming up.
I don't know. Are you putting it in where you put comment?
Yeah, can you see that comment where I just say, can you see this?
No, all I see under Brain Patton is Night Owls. Putting my StreamYard in there.
All right, I'm gonna refresh because I want you to see this. This is a receipt for their marriage, okay?
Good morning, Alicia. Hey, baby.
I'm gonna refresh.
Yeah. The only thing we got right now, it says where you said Gene Saltzman, can you see this? Then Alicia's under there. Good morning, Queen. Then it has Flouncy, hit enter. Flouncy.
Okay, now listen, you saw, can you see this? I'm going to try to set the link there.
You hit the enter button. Y'all crazy. Oh, Troticus Maximus said only mods can share links. Well, hell, you know, I didn't know.
Oh, you're kidding.
I didn't know because I didn't know that.
Okay, listen, Queen.
No, I'm new to all this, so honey, I didn't know.
It was real easy for me to find. Listen.
Just go on my page. Look, go on my community board, put it up there. Go put it on the story about the case. Don't put it on no other video. or storyline. Only put it on a Summer Wells upload. I've uploaded content
Okay.
pertaining to Summer Wells. The
Okay.
first one you find about her, put the link up there.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay,
because when you go to his Facebook, it says married, and when you click on married, it says March 31st.
okay. Shandon Wade said, "Is that a link that Facebook took down? That might be why
No,
Facebook took it down."
I went right to it. I think the other person must be right. You're the only one that can drop a link, you and your mods.
Okay, well I didn't know. Okay, well I learned something new. Okay,
I'll drop it in one of your
yeah, put it only on a video, on a comment. I mean, only on a content pertaining to Summer.
right.
I do have some content uploaded pertaining to. I put up several things pertaining to the baby.
Okay, I will. So
Okay.
I don't know what that has to do with anything, but I was surprised that it said March of 2021 is when it has
Well,
to be.
it
Because
could have been common law. They could have been the type of people that lived together a long time,
yeah,
considered themselves married, because a lot of people say they're married and they're not.
yeah.
Okay, I'm at 2:05. Thank you, baby.
Okay, well, somebody else tell us what you got here because I
Okay,
know
somebody
people
said
have.
they did get married when Summer was a baby, but maybe they have a wedding, have the very church they attend. Maybe the church
Oh,
pays for it and they want the party. Okay, human animal baby. Well, the church probably ain't getting about nothing, considering we don't know the hell you murdered your damn baby. Let me stop.
yeah. Who knows?
I wouldn't buy nothing. I ain't about
Let
to
me,
buy you no damn corn chips. I don't even buy you nothing.
there are so many moving parts here.
It's
With
sad. It's sad. It's
now,
sad.
listen. Did you see the woman who posted something about her husband lives up in that area, and he has been arrested for child porn twice?
Hmm. No, I have not.
All right, you want me to send that to you too?
Just put it on the page. Put it on my
Okay.
community page. Okay.
You know, there's so many moving parts. We're not
The
going to
church
know for a
said
while.
about cleaning supplies. Not out. If they don't know they living like that, this is what you're trying to tell people. Don't assume because people sit in church with people, they know your life and your business. I done told you all that. You go sit in church every day with people. They don't know how you live until they come to your house.
Oh,
What
honey,
about you?
listen. Our church bought cleaning supplies. Do you think we could make them use them?
Well, maybe not. But what I'm
You,
saying is, I think people get it misconstrued that
yes.
because you saw Donald Wells on those videos, he was buddy with these people to where they knew how he lived. Because what you have to tell yourself, if they knew how he lived, then that means they are party to watching him and his wife live in squalor with their children. Stay woke.
Yep. Listen, like you said, do you think anybody from the church has ever been up that hill? No,
Probably not. Probably not right. Because they
no.
live, as somebody wanted to let me know, 22 minutes away from Kingsport.
Yeah. Ain't nobody been up there.
Mm-hmm.
But she's crying because she's got to be crying because she knows it's close.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, let me ask one more thing.
Yeah,
So
you said.
when Don is being interviewed and he's got his grip on that one boy,
Yeah. Duty Ron talked about that. Duty Ron said he didn't like that.
what up with that?
Yeah, when I saw that weeks ago, I said that's a crutch. You're
Well,
using that baby as a crutch because you can't stand there on your own and give a damn interview. Why are you holding and squeezing on that boy? And you could see he was uncomfortable. It was hot in the sun. He's looking down. That was wrong. Very wrong.
I think the kid
Very wrong.
knows something.
Stay down under.
I think the kid knows something, and
Well,
he
he
was
might. Okay, I told you all that in my video yesterday.
yes,
The children, if allegedly it's true, that they were home when Summer allegedly went home, because we don't even
yeah,
have proof the child made it home. What did they see?
yep.
That's the missing link to the story.
Well,
If
but
we
I'm saying
believe she made it
they know
home, they saw
he
something. Yeah,
knows something, and
yeah.
Don was holding him down to keep him from saying anything.
I don't like that. Well, I don't like the fact you're holding on to the kids during an interview. Your children shouldn't be standing there with you while you're doing an interview with grown people. That I don't
Absolutely.
I don't believe that.
But I'm
You're
like
talking to
Shandon just said, that boy wanted to say something, and Don was holding him down. He was gripping his shoulder so he wouldn't speak.
I mean, I don't even think the child would say anything, frankly.
I guess scared.
No, because we don't know how they treat the children. We don't know how he acts when he's belligerent, drunk. So there's no way I would think that one of those children would ever say anything. They're probably talking now, but at that time they were still with their family. Probably not.
Okay, but see, now listen, one of your people just said down under, why did the eldest say it wasn't my fault? See, I'm telling you, something happened with those kids.
But say what again? Why did the eldest one say it wasn't my fault?
Yeah.
When did he say that?
It's in one of the interviews, one of the,
Oh
I don't know,
Lord,
I saw it too, and I can't tell you which one.
I don't know. Yeah, you'll have to drop the link if you find it to let me know what you're talking
I'll
about.
search for it just for you. I'll search for it for you because I did see it where he says it wasn't my fault. Okay.
Okay, baby. Thank you.
Okay. Oh, in the phone interview with Don. Hey, down under, if you've got it, let us know.
What are you talking about, Josie? Has anyone noticed Josie is 12, nearly 13? I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, down under, I didn't watch that last. I fell asleep on that interview. I'll have to go
Oh,
in and
she's saying that Don said the little boy said it's not my fault.
see. Why would you tell that?
See, that's true. That's what I heard. Yes.
Shandon said because he is used to being blamed. Lord have mercy.
Oh, wow. True. And deflection. That's why he would tell it. Deflection.
Who's deflecting?
Don is. The boy said it wasn't his fault. He's
Well, see, that's the
deflecting it.
whole reason why I keep telling you all, you've got to stop listening to Donald Wells. Because that's really all you've been doing is listening to him and Candace Bly. You don't have proof of nothing.
No.
That's what I'm trying to tell people. Everybody's running amok about Tubbs, this, that, who did this, who said this. In the end, law enforcement hasn't verified one damn YouTube social media damn rumor.
They're not even giving updates, are they?
Well, you can't give an update, baby, if you don't have anything to give.
True. Okay. Damn
the updates they've been giving is just basic stuff on the news, but it's not anything pertinent where you could say, oh, wow, guess what they said today? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not nothing like that. Yeah.
Well, you're going to have to stop being the voice of reason for me.
Well, but that's the point. They've let you know that also. I can't tell you everything because then I'd be letting the person know I'm on to him or her.
Yeah, true. You know who's on to him, don't you? Chris McDonough is on to him.
Well, I would say the law enforcement had an idea already.
Oh, absolutely.
Because that lady Earnhardt, she knew when she went there. They already knew, like she said, within hours we usually have a suspect, we have something.
Yeah.
Nothing in the first few hours, 3 hours, nothing. So nothing went from three hours to a whole day to 2 days to a week. Now 7 weeks, you don't even have nothing.
Oh God.
That's I admit that's odd.
She's gone, isn't she?
Yeah, she's been gone, baby.
God help us all. Well, I love you. I thank you for everything you do and for keeping us in line because we do get carried away.
Yeah.
It's easy.
Well, the thing is, what I've said is that we're human and we're of the flesh. You know, we're not God. God is the one that sits and makes the decision about what we do, say, blah, blah, blah. But we're human, we're of the flesh, so we're going to judge is what we do. You know, a lot of people like to say, don't judge, don't do this. Look, I'm not claiming to be something I'm not. I'm a human being. Because if it was me up there, you'd be judging me. So don't try to act like you don't judge people. It's just easy to say, hey, I saw this story on the news. Something doesn't sound right. It's just the way it is.
It is.
It is what it is.
It is. I mean, you don't even have to judge this one, sis. It comes right out in your face.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't have to make any judgments. Well, okay, my time's up. I love you. Thank you.
Right. Yes, exactly.
Bye for now, honey.
Bye, baby. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome, sweetheart. Be safe. I want to thank you all for joining me. I'm going to check out of here. What I want to say is there is a lot of rumors, rhetoric pertaining to the disappearance of Summer Wells. You're entitled to believe what you want to believe pertaining to how she got gone, if her parents are involved, not involved. Uh, but the one thing about it, I'm going to say this is, and I'm going to keep saying this, and I say this with all my commentary pertaining to true crime. Everything you need to know is at the beginning of the story. You don't need Facebook. You don't need YouTube. You don't need rumors. You don't need people coming out telling you what they did 5 years ago, 20 years ago. All you need is what they told you day one. All you need is what they said in the police report, the dispatch. And on June 15th, Candus Bly called 911 and she told the dispatch she took a walk. And that's the sad information. And then she changed her story when she went to the news. So you believe whatever you want to believe. But in the end, the original version to dispatch is that Candus Bly took a walk. Yes, we have the audio of the call. The dispatch video audio has been released weeks ago. That's what she said. And then she changed her story to the news with this planting flowers, washing hands, went inside, got a piece of candy. And as I state, always listen to the details. Why would you wash your hands outside? With what exactly? Stay woke. You washed your hands outside and then went inside, got a piece of candy, then walked her over to the house. She went inside and disappeared into the world, the night, the air, the whatever you want to say. The 911 call has been released weeks ago. I've played it on my channel. I don't need to explain myself. Everybody knows the 911 call has been released. There's nothing to argue about. It's been released. Oh. I want to thank you all for joining me. If you want to donate to the channel, $ Big Angie 129 Cash App. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Nana, for moderating. You all have a safe and wonderful weekend. God bless all of you. When I get more commentary pertaining to the disappearance of Summer Wells, I will bring you that information. I'm going to recap what I said in this commentary. I find it very interesting that Candus Bly has decided to show emotion by welling up in the eyes and crying. She's done this now 3 times. One at the quarry with her interview with Chris. The second time was at the prayer vigil. And then the third time was the prayer vigil this week. So she's welled up within the past 2 weeks. But what I find sickening is that you didn't cry in the beginning when you spun the web about where your child was or was not on June 15th. You shed no tears to the news. Your husband didn't share any tears to the news. And now, once you're standing with people praying, you have tears to shed. And what I'm wondering is if indeed those tears is for yourself, that you know that your foot has been caught in a trap and you are caught, and you know that people know that you have been lying and that you have covered up this crime with this child, and that you and Don Will are complicit in the disappearance of your child. And it 9 times out of 10, you both harmed her and or covered that she was harmed at your house, the quarry, something. Did she make it home that day? I don't know. Was she hurt at that house? I don't know. But I do believe these two are complicit because their behavior shows that they do not care about their children. They've never cared for their children. The way they live shows you they don't care. The fact that both of these two people have prior history with CPS and their children with abuse and sexual allegations tells you everything you need to know about Donald Wells and Candus Bly. They both are misfits. They both are evilly yoked in mayhem, foolishness, and felonious behavior and abuse and neglect of children. And that didn't come from Facebook, and that didn't come from YouTube. That came from Donald Wells and Candus Bly, their behavior, how they treated their damn kids. Thank you for joining me. This is Everyday Shenanigans.